What's up? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. It's Christopher Rice coming at you here, trying to ensure that you have a better day by watching some motivational, inspirational, and just positive content. That's what I meant to say. Today I'd like to bring up the fact that I just got my butt in a 2018 Ford F-150 V8. I got a steal of a deal, but I just want to point out that I started 2 years ago walking down the side of the road. So I don't really care about material. I care about material things. That's obviously why I bought a new truck. But I think the reason why that I went and did that is because that I came from where I came from, right? So not everybody, somebody that started with a little something in their pocket might be okay with, driving a normal truck, and that's fine for them. They don't care. They don't care as much. And then you might not care too, and you might be in the same position as me, like, I can just get a little $2,000 truck and repair it as I go. But it's just like, I started with literally nothing, like not jack. I had a loaned push mower, a loaned weed eater, a loaned blower that plugged into the wall of the customer. I just walked down the side of the road. Hey, do you need something done? Hey, do you need something done? So I just want this to be, kind of like a, hey, you can do it too. Don't let all this craziness going on in the world deter you from being successful, because this is something that I saw on a billboard the other day for a CPA in Jack's Beach. Is the path to enlightenment. The path to enlightenment begins with three simple words: not my problem. Other people's actions, other people's history, other people's situation is what it is. And you can feel the way you feel about it. You can help other people. You can try your best to do what you can do to help other people. But in reality, at the end of the day, you have to be more concerned about yourself and your own success and your own family and your own circle than you are about everything else. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't give. You should always give. You should always be charitable. You should always help other people. What I'm saying is that, when people are out here acting a fool about some craziness, that you have nothing to do with. I'm assuming, you are, like me, 24 years old, never seen nothing really all that crazy in your life. So it's, I can't vouch for something that happened 100 years ago. Something might have happened 100 years ago that might tilt somebody today. I don't know. It doesn't affect me. Not my problem. 3 words. Just a little bit of motivation there. So I'd like to go over something like that Keith Kalifas did in one of his videos, I guess a few years ago. So there's this line here, and you can stay on it, right? And then this is a path. And then there's all these little side lines, and then this parking lot goes way out, and then there's a speed bump here. So as you're pursuing a path, as you're pursuing a career, as you're pursuing a goal, as you're pursuing education, there's always going to be bumps, hanging out with your friends, alternate paths, something that's going to be seeming like it's going to be equally as beneficial. But in reality, sometimes it's best to just stick to something, to stick to something until you make it. Grant Cardone said something about that in his live podcast the other day. And a guy was a live caller. The guy was like, yeah, I did this and this, and I'm doing sales now, and I'm doing pretty good, but there's some guys that are younger than me that are doing just as good as me, and I've been here for a while, And he was like, you know what, just stick with it. Just stick with it until you master it, until you conquer it, and then walk away from it knowing that you beat you beat the success out of that avenue. And I can walk away now because I reached that peak. I reached that potential peak. So that's one thing I just wanted to address that. And then also, I wanted to break into some business stuff here. So as I was driving down 3rd Street here, or as I'm driving down anywhere, how I started business is, like I said, I door knocked. I just started, hey, do you need something? Hey, do you need something? Hey, do you need something? And I feel like a lot of people, and I've had a lot of guys work with me that are scared, to talk to people, to get out there and make money. And they just they want to be able to get in a spot and make money. You get a paycheck, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine if that's what you want. But what I'm saying is that there's always going to be opportunity out there. There's always going to be opportunity out there. And as I'm driving down the road, I see things, okay, what can be done with all these businesses? Obviously, I'm looking left and right constantly as you're watching traffic, glancing up a little bit to look at the business. I kind of, when I get to a red light, I stop, and I either write them down or go ahead and find the phone number and call the business. If I don't, just go ahead and go over there. And I feel like that this is a pretty solid piece of advice, so if you're just now getting started or whatnot, and you want, to get started finding customers in your area, just call businesses in the area that are big or medium size, that are potentially mom and pop preferred. These larger corporations are harder to get into. But yeah, and then, I just wanted to make this video to talk about, the step up that I just made for the business, and to talk about, what's going on in the world and the craziness. And I just want to give people a little bit of motivation, give people a little bit of positivity in this time when everybody's negative Nancy acting a fool out here talking about something that happened yesterday, when people need to be focused on what's happening now so we can go into the future. So